Good morning. It's not the morning. It's oh, whoa. It is nearly 4 p.m. I started to set all of this up at like 2 p.m. That basically took me over an hour. So cool. What a fun time. It's a Sunday today. If you don't know me, hi. Yes, hello. I'm Annalise. I want to say Melbourne, but like I don't live in the city. People always say they live in Melbourne, and I think that doesn't actually mean the city. It just means like they don't live regionally in Victoria. I just figure it means you live within an hour of Melbourne, which is basically where I live. So anyway, without giving you too much information about my location. Itchy face. I'm in metropolitan Melbourne, so we're still in lockdown. So there's not really been much going on today. Yeah. And I just thought I would do something a little bit different to my other 2 videos so far. Well, 3, but one's in the making. And probably by the time this goes up, I may have already done my other project. I'm not sure. My breath is putrid. Oh, my brain's not working. I thought that this video I would try something a little bit different and do just a more casual style filming. I will film the outro, the making of it, intro, all in the one scene setting so that I don't have to set up things multiple times, do voiceovers. Well, hopefully not too much of a voiceover. I'm slouching like a turtle. What's going on with these hands? Today, I wanted to just kind of do a casual painting, tell you some stories of what's happened quite recently, and by that I mean yesterday. While I do the thing, I think I'm ready to now move on and reveal what's going on underneath this. So, shall we do that? Shall we do that? Drum roll, please. So this isn't the painting we're gonna do today, guys. This is my blank canvas. Some of you are gonna be upset at me. I'm gonna paint over the top of this, okay? Before you get angry with me, so many people over the history of art, fact check me, right? But I'm pretty certain that I've heard multiple times that you can tell, maybe not under the Mona Lisa, but under some famous paintings, you can tell that they've done some analysis. My hands are just doing lots of this today. They've done analysis things with the paintings, and they can see that actually there was a whole other painting underneath that. Okay, so even all the greats of the greats did this, okay? So I'm just one of the greats of the greats. I just wanted to give this thing its time and its glory before I paint over it, because the last time that I painted over the top of another painting that I did in front of people, they were upset that I got rid of the painting. Trust me when I say it was not good. It was not awful, but it was not good. This one almost makes it to my standards. Let me explain this one. This is a painting that I did for year 10. The brief that we had was create a picture, a composition out of shapes, but confined to your, I'll say, primary school style shapes, the standard shapes. That really annoyed me because I did not want to do a painting like that, because I just couldn't see me putting something like that up on the wall. So I meddled with the brief a little bit. These were like my circles. That's why they look so childish, I suppose. There's the trunk and there's the big cloud. That was purposeful because of that brief. I was trying to make it circle, 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 and rectangles, 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 trunks, but still try and keep it true to my kind of style. There were parts of this that I liked. The road. My favorite thing is the signpost. I am actually a little bit sad that I will paint over the signpost. The colors in the trees, like, they are very vibrant. I like that about it. But yeah, that's pretty much the only things I like about it. I think I'm done with giving it its glory. It's had its time. It is just sat in my wardrobe. 7 years I've had this painting. Maybe only for a year, if that. Was it ever on the wall? I want the canvas. I'm gonna try this, and I can't be bothered setting up any tops or anything. I shouldn't do this in here, but I just wanna do a really light. Oh yeah, no, that's going everywhere. Okay, no, we're gonna just stick with gesso. My big fat brush. Got my hairdryer as well, so I can put some layers on. Anyway, so I'm not, oh, that's very stiff. There we go. So I'm not too worried about, yes, I'm not too worried about completely covering up the colors. I'm more just wanting to roughly, you know, get rid of the background composition just so I feel like it's not going to interfere with the composition I want to paint over the top that I see in my head. Once I've also got enough layers going on, then I'll tell you my story that I really want to tell you all because I'm haunted by it. Okay, I think I've pretty much painted all the white on it that I want. I think now I'm gonna start adding some colors. Okay, I think I will start with a bit of yellow oxide in there. I'm gonna put a bit here. There you go, there's color. She's on there. Okay, so we've been doing it. We set out the extension on Friday, and yesterday it was Jay and I's job to go around with the level and the bobcat and try to get the slab, not the slab because it's something, get the dirt down to the level that we will need to put in the concrete slab. So we're digging, and Jay takes a scoop with the bobcat bucket, and a little bit of weed mat becomes exposed, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's normal. I'll grab that when he's loosened it out a little bit more. So he takes another bucket scoop and it appears out a little more, and then he goes to dump his bit of dirt that he scooped out over on the dirt pile that we're making. And I go over and grab this weed mat. Now, right about where that was uncovered, there used to be a little patch of bricks that was over that part of the front lawn where I think from memory there was a rose bush that stood in the center of that little square of bricks, and I was sort of going, oh yeah, it's just the weed mat's just from that little bit of the garden there. We always kind of thought obviously they just wanted a little feature in the front yard, but it was so piddly and kind of in a random spot that it was a bit like, yeah, okay, it's kind of random though and a bit weird, but wow. We soon realized why it was there. I started to drag the weed mat bundle. That was the other weird thing that I was going, oh, okay, it's just odd that it's like in a bundle rather than like spread like a weed mat would be. Anyway, I started to pull it out from the dirt, and there was a whole lot of pink inside of it, and I was like, oh, okay, like I've got pink spray mark out, but like, you know, these are all thoughts you're having like in milliseconds. Like, I'm not slowly thinking these thoughts, like it's all just like you process it in normal time. Anyway, but it's slower when you're explaining it to people. Anyway, and oh yeah, so there's a bunch of pink in it, and I'm like, oh, I've got pink sprayer mark, but I don't remember spraying that much sprayer mark right there. That's kind of weird. And then I realized, oh, it's a towel. It's a pink towel. Oh, that's kind of weird. I guess they just threw it in there and buried it when they planted that rose bush and stuff. And I started to drag it and thought, this has got a bit of weight in it. And then I thought, oh my gosh, is this a dead body? Have we just uncovered a little dead, buried, murdered baby? Oh, what the freak. No, this is not okay. I drag it across under our carport, and Jay continues to dig a bit, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just sort of inspect this kind of carefully. Also, the weed mat had already sort of tousled itself about, so now the pink towel, you could definitely see that had been wrapped in the weed mat was definitely a little bundle of weight or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, what have we uncovered? And I said to Jay, I'm like, Jay, stop. I think I've just found something dead. I then realized, hang on a second, Alice, calm down. It's probably someone's pet. not a baby, not a murdered child. Like, calm down. Anyway, as it sort of fell in front of me, out of the, like, pink towel, there was this plastic that started to become exposed. You could see inside the plastic that there was sludge. There was sludge. And it was very weighty, and the part that was sort of coming out was like a stick. Like, it had a firmness to it, you know? And I said, Jay, I think this is someone's dead pet we've just uncovered. So, and Jay had a look at it, and I was like, what if it's someone's child? Like, what if they've murdered some baby? And he's like, they're not gonna have done that, you know, it'll be someone's pet. I'm like, I know, but should we check? I'm not gonna check. Maybe you should check. And he's like, sort of walked over to it, and I was like, don't check if you don't want to. I can't look. And he's like, well, if I open the bag, there's just gonna be an awful smell of decay that comes out. And I said, yeah, you're right. So anyway, he didn't check, but we were like, look, it's gonna be someone's dog, for sure. It was just not nice. Just not something that you would want to uncover. Just not something that was meant to be uncovered, you know? It's like, why have they buried it in the front yard? And why in a bag? Why wouldn't they just let earth do its thing and decompose it properly? That was the thing that threw me off too. It was like, that's what murderers do. They always put bodies in bags. Like, so anyway, and then we reburied it. It was nasty. That's my horrific story for today. I just felt like I could not sit here and film with that happening yesterday and not tell you about it. There you go. Do with it what you will. Step back. This is kind of not really turning out so far. I mean, it's so early in the piece, but so far it's like quite different to what I was sort of picturing. Anyway, lots of people bury their pets in the yards. I suppose we just weren't anticipating it being in the front yard. You know, generally you'd think people bury their pets in the backyard. But I mean, hey, you do you. I don't know. I guess they were grieving and they didn't think about that when they buried the poor little pup. Anyways, let's move on, shall we? I think we should move on. I've had to drastically change my appearance since we last saw each other, so the baddies don't come and get me, which is why I'm in disguise. Anyway, look, I know this is completely out of context, and I know I'm just filming this on my phone, but it's just simply not worth setting everything up just to do this minute outro. I have gotten my painting to this point. This is the background, okay? I am going to do something spherical. That's as best as I can describe it to you, with some metallic paints. However, I'm going to do that in a part B because we are almost at 15 minutes and I'm trying my best to not go over that for your viewing pleasure. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't realized, I'm insane, and it's only going to get weirder from here as I'm more and more comfortable in front of the camera. So if you're not ready for watching me do art and be like this, then it's not going to get any better. So yeah. So thanks for watching. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I will see you in the next video.